なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, gentlemen, here we go. Data download is in. Let's try to make this one quick here. Two big things. The Zenkai Awakening for this transforming Super Saiyan God Vegeta, as well as the unique equip for Broly. This guy is really old, but he's a nostalgic character for me. I played this guy back when he came out several years ago. I thought he was really fun, really liked this character. So I'm eager to see what they come up with him. He's a long combo stacking damage character, which means he has sort of some inklings of mechanics that exist in this modern meta that make characters really good. And then for Broly's unique, we'll talk about it when we get to it. But either way, here's a side-by-side play-by-play. He's such an old character that his kit is basically non-existent. So over here on to the left, we got the transformation, restore health, nullify abnormal conditions. Every time he faces an enemy, he gets some card draw speed with reduction of cost, and then 15% damage for 15 counts every time he draws a strike or a blast. And when he transforms, his new main gives him 4 new cards, so that gives him all that damage inflicted. He's going to get his hands on additional ki. He's going to have all the wonderful quirks that he had before, but he also gets his beautiful hands on the Vanish Restoration plays. We do like to see those. So let's see what we got here, baby. This guy is so old that they're basically going to be reworking his kit. But if the multipliers are there, maybe he's going to be decent. So, as a matter of fact, maybe I should just full screen it. There's no point in having the old one. Starting with his main ability, he will become Super Saiyan God. He'll draw a blue card, heal 30%, get 50 ki, get his Vanish back. Oh, off the transformation, already a strong start. Gets 30% damage, which cannot be cancelled. Fantastic. Nullify attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 30 counts, which cannot be cancelled. That's pretty good too. They understood that this is a Vegeta. He wants the combo for a long time. Characters that increase arts cost are not going to allow him to do that, thus nullifying the entire character. So they didn't want characters like Ultra Gogeta Blue, Legend Bardock, all these other guys getting in the way of what this Vegeta wants to do, which is combo. It would suck if you transform and the guy has nothing to work with. So this is smart. Starter ability, 250% damage inflicted, 250% damage guard with 50% ki recovery. Okay. 250% guard on a 1% Zenkai is always so crazy to me. Less than a year ago, we had characters with these numbers. We're already pushing it on Zenkai characters. On enemy confrontation, heal 5%, get 30 ki, level 1 card draw speed, reduction of blast arts cost, ally subcount -1, and enemy draw speed -1. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. I noticed that they didn't force draw a card here because they're really hoping that Vegeta constantly stacking up card draw speed would be enough. I don't know if it will be with the way that they've hurt long combo potential, but we'll see. Remember, it's on enemy confrontation, so Vegeta's pretty much set when it comes to having level 1 card draw speed. Although it can be removed, the buff itself, he'll be fine. People like to swap all the time. Oh! On battlefield entry, draw a card if your hand is 3 or fewer. Nullify cover change, destroy an enemy card, and reduce ki. He has a really decent disrupt. Lower enemy card draw speed, kill a card, and reduce ki? That's really good. On card draw, get 15 ki and 15% damage inflicted. Nice. Nice. He already has reduction of arts cost. Nice. Battle with Pride on the line. While he's not defeated and the enemy activates a blue card, Ultimate Arts, Awaken Arts, or a Rush, he'll heal 10%, take type neutral damage, and ally subcount -3. On tap attack 3, tackle or quick attack hit, damage plus 20%, nullify cover change for 5 counts, enemy ki -80? Wow, whoa, hold on. That's actually really nifty. Enemy ki -80. That could be annoying as hell. Think about how many characters will have a card that they could YOLO with less than 20 ki as the cost. No big moves can fly your way. How many scenarios are you in where your opponent has a full 100 ki? Like if they initiate with a blast card, but you're fast enough for the quick attack, you take away all their ki, meaning you can go for the tackle now. That's interesting. I'm glad they're still experimenting with this because Super 17 and I believe Shin were the few characters where they actually messed around with this. I think Blue Videl had it too when it came to getting her Vanish back. That could be annoying as hell. That could be very annoying. Every 3 timer counts while he's on the field, he'll heal 3%, 30% damage. Effect resets on switch or transformation. Enemy damage received plus 10%. Enemy health restore minus 10%. Enemy arts cost plus 3 for 15 counts. Okay. He's got the Super Vegeta ability. Zenkai abilities for Blue Vegeta Clan. This is interesting because this is a Movie Saga character. Movie Saga focused character with a Blue Vegeta Clan Zenkai buff. If you go and take a look at the list of Blue Vegeta Clan characters you're using in the meta, I can't name any. Could this be foreshadowing that the next character we're going to see is indeed a Vegeta Clan character, and a blue one at that? We're going to get another Legend Blue, perhaps, for part 2. Maybe it's going to be a tag switch. I don't know. Blue Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta for Spirit Bomb? Who knows? Who knows? Strike card on activation, he stacks damage. Oh, wow. Hold the phone. This Vegeta stacks damage 2 ways. Holy crap, that's a lot. That is a lot. What? So every time this guy gets a card, 15% damage, and every time he activates a card, he's going to be stacking damage. Hold the phone. Vegeta might actually be crazy. This guy might actually be crazy. When he uses a green card, draw a card, change all your strikes into blast, get 50 ki, 20% blast damage. He gets cover null off the green, which is strong, and reduces enemy Dragon Balls. Blue card on activation, 30% blue card damage. On hit, draw up to 4 cards if your hand is 3 or fewer. He's got a lot of ways to rapidly draw a bunch of cards, stacking damage 2 ways. Hey man, I'm making that frowny face that says that's not bad. That's not bad. One thing I do know about this guy is his transformation does not give him a lot of defense. If I recall, it doesn't give him any defense at all. He's one of the few characters where there's no stat buff. So I wonder if they're going to rectify that. Alright. Post-transformation, main ability after with the Zenkai. Destroy your entire hand to get 4 new cards. Heal 30%, get 60 ki. Cancel attribute downgrades under normal conditions. All enemy subcounts plus 3. Oh. Yeah, this could be useful. All enemy subcount plus 3. If Vegeta already exhausts any sort of subcount manipulation activation and then pops the main, that could be nuts. So for example, Legend Rose, when you hit him, he lowers ally subcount, meaning that he can swap out really fast. If you're with this Vegeta and you initiate with a card and it lands, then you have this main ability. You're kind of opening the floor for an opportunity to burst your opponent down. This is not bad at all. Remember, he gets 4 new cards. That's 60% damage. 30% he already gets after transforming. So he's sitting at what? 340% damage? It's 250 starter, 30% transformation, 60% for the 4 new cards he draws, and then you burst him down by spamming all the cards. He can get himself near 400% damage inflicted really quickly. Vegeta might actually do some really good damage. So this passive is the same. Now he has the Vanish Restore. On Vanish step, he gets 80% Vanish. Notice it's 80%. It's not 70%. So this guy's Vanish immediately gives him enough for him to Vanish again. I think MVP 17 gets 70%, and sometimes you have to buy yourself a timer account worth of time to get that last little 10% to dodge again. On battlefield entry or transformation, draw a card. So that's good to know. that when you can go from your Super Saiyan state to Super Saiyan God, and then you're gonna have that extra card in your hand with the cover null. Really dope. It's kind of like Yellow Goku Black. This is the same. This is the same, and so is this. His green card after transforming is also the same. His blue card is also the same as well. Oh, on activation, he gets 30% damage. Yeah, Vegeta, man, he might not be bad. Honestly, he doesn't look too bad. Key reduction, destroy a card, -1 card draw speed, ain't too shabby. On the offensive front, he doesn't look to be too bad when it comes to his burst potential. And this fun little gimmick here, I can appreciate. I can appreciate them still experimenting with these little funny things that the game has access to. Now, the next thing, I'm excited to try him out, but the next thing is actually Broly's unique equip. Broly, in terms of offense, doesn't have the worst kit, but there's two things I'm worried about. Number one, Broly needs arts cost reduction. We're in the Great 2026 and he has 29 cost blast. That can't fly. So number one, they need to do something about that. Number two, I think they need to do something about his unique gauge. So they need to increase unique gauge charge rate, because Broly's unique gauge is what's going to allow him to draw more cards, and I do not see them giving Broly on enemy confrontation getting a card, because post-transformation Broly already has key protection. I don't really see them extending past that. So he doesn't have anything to protect his cards, but they may rectify his combo potential by just having his unique gauge charge faster. So I think they're going to do that. That's what I think they're going to do. Outside of that, I don't know. I am worried about his no switching ability, because that thing is at its strongest when your opponent only has 2 allies, right? Because that thing doesn't give him cover null. So if you have a full team up, Broly has that proc, they could still switch into one other guy. So with Ultra Gogeta Blue being around with the universal cover change, let's say you're fighting Broly, Ultra Gogeta Blue, Yellow Goku Black, and Broly gets priority against Yellow Goku Black. Your opponent swaps into Broly, but you do the no switching. Doesn't matter. They'll go to Ultra Gogeta Blue and it's still a pain. I don't know if they're going to do anything about that, because nobody dies in this meta. Broly having to deal with the full team all the time is going to be an issue, but let's see what they do. Starting with 20% max HP, 70% to both defenses, 200% damage guard. When hit by enemies' arts, if health is 50% or lower, restore health by up to 25% twice. Some plat equips have this. Ultra Super Gogeta does something similar. 170% damage inflicted, 70% to both offenses, 30% blue card damage, 60% to key recovery. He already has key recovery in his kit post transformation. I actually think it is 60%. So Broly gets 120% key recovery, which is a lot. That is good for his combo potential. Anyone that has used Ultra Legendary Super Saiyan Broly knows what I'm talking about. That guy has abysmal key recovery. He can combo for a long time because of it. This is good. All arts cost -7. There we go. Unique gauge charge rate plus 50%. There we go as well. On transformation, nullify element disadvantages. So he goes type neutral. When on the battlefield, an enemy activates a blue card, ultimate arts, awaken arts, or whatever. Not a rush. Ally sub count -5. Okay. Okay, this is good. I like this because his pre-transform state, you can get that unique gauge fast. You want that before you transform ever with Broly, so you get the permanent damage inflicted. On transformation, nullify element disadvantages is interesting. They wanted Broly to get 15 timer counts worth of him just being type neutral, both defense and offense. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they bothered to do that. I think he has that already in his kit, but for defense, for 20 counts. This is nice too, just because I don't think Broly had any sub count manipulation, so he could get sniped. This is good. In terms of these numbers, I think these are enough. Let me actually hold on. I want to take a look at Yellow Goku Black's equip quickly. I'm trying to double check the damage guard number. They gave him 170, right? Yeah, 170, 190. 170, 190. 170 with 190. 170, 190, 170, 190. 170, 190. Yeah, 200% 170 damage. Yeah, I think Broly. Unique gauge charge rate plus 50%. That means Broly needed how many cards to fill his unique gauge? I think it was 5. So that means he can fill it in 3 cards. 3 cards. Post-transformation. Yeah, see, there's that 60% key recovery I was talking about. Unique gauge. Where is it? Gets 2 cards and gets 30 key, 20% damage, and cover null. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if Broly can actually combo this, or is there enough disrupt to get in the way? Because the key recovery is very fast. The reduced arts cost is very fast. He doesn't have protection against card destruction, and I think he only has level 1 card draw speed, right? Yeah, level 1 card draw speed. Level 1 card draw speed. 3 cards. No, I think in a lot of scenarios, Broly is gonna look really good. Hold on. I'm just trying to think, like, of all the meta characters we deal with, all the disrupt that exists, those multipliers, because they're comparable to what Yellow Goku Black got. I just want to double check another thing. So 120, 170, 170. This is this. Oh, when he defeats an enemy. I'm gonna stick with 170 for now. 170, 170, 170, 190. Boost transformation, 190, 205, 205. 205, 375 with stacking damage, and 70% to both offenses. No, I think Broly actually looks really good. I thought they're going to hold back on this guy's unique equip because he's competing with Ultra Gogeta Blue on movies. Right now, what people are doing is they're still running Ultra Gogeta Blue on a more strike-oriented team, but to make up for it, they're double Zenkai buffing him. If you took those same perks and you gave it to Broly, would he perform better on the movies team? I am not sure, but I think Broly looks good. I think these numbers with his kit, unique gauge charge rate, the reduced cost, and the fast key recovery, I think it's enough. Honestly, I don't think he needed much else. The concern for me is cover null. That comes from the unique gauge. It's 5 counts, which means Broly wants to burst. Between the card draw speed, no method of force drawing cards outside the gauge, but the gauge is what you're chasing. No, I think he'll be fine in most scenarios. He's vulnerable to disrupt, but I think when it comes to sponging hits and dealing damage, people are gonna look at Broly and be like, "Wow, this guy really is a force to be reckoned with." But if you got characters with very good card destruction with card draw speed down, it's enough to stop Broly. So I think they did a good job. I think Broly's gonna look good. He's gonna hit hard. He's gonna do a good job of tanking. He will get interrupted, but if you're ever in a scenario where Broly's gauge is at like 70%, then even with the disrupt, it doesn't matter. You'll have enough cards, key to combo to a second unique gauge fill, and at that point your opponent's gonna have to swap out because Broly is gonna stack up enough damage. That's good. I think Broly's back. Another thing I wanted to check, I saw Awaken equipped, didn't I? Yeah, what's this? For Broly's strike attack, 15% strike defense, 12% to own strike defense if a battle member other than this character is both Saiyan and powerful opponent. Base strike attack, and then 12% pure strike if own battle member is other than this character is a Saiyan and movie saga. So basically they want Broly to be ran with Broly, is what they're saying. They really want you to run the two Brolys together. That's what that is for. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah, he looks good, man. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited to try him out. I like the way that this guy looks. They gave him some fun quirks. I like the way Broly's unique equip works with what he already does in his kit. He will be vulnerable to disrupt, but you just need to play around his unique gauge, because if you ever swap out a Broly, 70% unique gauge, and then you bring him in with priority, not only do you have the no switching with the health restore debuffs, but that'll be enough for you to fill the unique gauge and then continue comboing until you fill another unique gauge, and then at that point you probably killed somebody, because he has minus 100% health restore debuff, meaning if you proc an endurance, your opponent is at 1 HP, then you quick attack him. Boom, dead. Looking forward to trying him out. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Be on the lookout for the showcases. But until next time, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick power nap until showcase time. But until then, peace.